I'm so sorry. The museum has been robbed, and I'm afraid that I am at least partly to blame. Yes, you see, I haven't been exactly completely forthcoming with you about my past, and sadly, it has caught up with me. Before coming here, to Skyrim, I was part of a group of brigands back in Hammerfell who operated in western Bangorai. One day we were on a job. We were posing as guards for a caravan destined for High Rock, planning to turn on it when we reached the wastes. Only, when we got there, we were ambushed. The entire job was a ploy to catch us and put an end to our banditry once and for all. That's how I lost my eye. Only a few of us escaped and fled into the hills of Dragontail Mountains. Bleeding and alone, I still to this day don't know how I survived up there. I was found just outside of Heldorn by a missionary who took me in and nursed me back to health. I swore to Tohwaka right then and there that I would turn my life around and live a just and honest life from that day forward. So, I left it all behind and came here to Skyrim to start again. But it seems that those from my past have followed me here. I tried to fight them off, but they knocked out poor Orien and overpowered me and the other guards. They tied me up and made off with everything. I suppose they left me alive in hopes of me taking the fall for the robbery. I suppose it would be appropriate, given my failure. You mean, after all my failings, you are willing to allow me to help you? I believe I may have some ideas of where they went. There were a few jobs we had which brought us into Skyrim, and we had a couple of small holdouts back in the day. I would think that a good place to start would be Windcaller's Pass. It's a collapsed cave that once ran through the great mountain where we would hold up when the heat got too hot. It's remote enough that we would lay low if needed, and stash loot there before gathering up and departing for Hammerfell. Excellent. You won't be disappointed. I'll redeem myself yet.
Over here! Get it! That's the best you can do! See you in pieces! There is no pain in the void! Oh, it's what? What's on it? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on!
Well, let me think a moment. I'm still in a bit of a haze from the ordeal. I believe they came in separately throughout the day and spread out across the entire museum. They never really interacted during the day, and some of them even left, but apparently must have climbed to the balcony entrance and were let back in and then hid. Another must have laid low in the cellar or armory when we weren't looking. Eventually, all the other patrons left for the day, and it appeared that the last of them was walking out when they suddenly barred the front door. Before I could fully draw my sword, one of them appeared behind me and knocked me on the head. Everything started spinning, and I heard a yell and a sudden groan from Orion in the office. Someone shot him with a dart laced with a sleeping draught. I saw several figures wandering about, but my vision was still pretty unclear. But they were only there for about 20 minutes or so, I'd say. Eventually, I regained my senses to find myself tied up in the main hall. But by that time, they were gone. The other guards, they weren't so lucky. I heard fighting in various halls, which quickly died down. Afterwards, I didn't find any of them left alive. They always were quite efficient once a plan was in place. They aren't your typical smash-and-grab robbers. They didn't. After Orion came around, he untied me, and we quickly moved to investigate the situation. Orion says that they employed some forms of magic. Evidently, they had strong feather enchantments, and moved large amounts at a time up through the Hall of Heroes' upper balcony, and around the back patio of the safe house, and used some levitation charms to toss the items over the railing, where they slowly fell to the water below, where some of the thieves were waiting to receive them and send them to a waiting cart on the shore. Since it was dark, they were able to slip around the building without drawing any attention. Oh, good. Yes, Engelman's Rest. I know where that is. Jalal? Jalal himself is here? That isn't good. Jalal is the leader of the group of brigands I was with, and if he's here, we can be sure that Engelman's Rest will be anything but hospitable. But by the sound of it, they already have a caravan bound for Hammerfell with some of the artifacts. We should move quickly to the pass near Falkreath before they make it out of Skyrim. Then we can double back to Engelman's Rest. I'll scout ahead and meet you there. Good. They are still here. Camped out for the night by the looks of it. If we can move in quickly, we can take them by surprise.
I love a good fight. Sans, thank you. I'll mount. I'll save you. You've got.
I'll see you in peace.
You won't get away so easily.
Excellent. That should account for the majority of the stolen artifacts. Whatever is left is surely at Engelmann's Rest. I'll mark it on your map. Well, it's an old Nordic ruin, so it likely will come with its own hazards. But if Jalal himself is there, we can be certain he'll be ready. Jalal is renowned for his use of effective ambushes, so be careful as we navigate through the ruin. I'll try to bring up the rear, and warn you if I see anything out of the ordinary. He may have employed a few traps as well too, so be careful. Hold up just a moment. I don't like the feeling of this place. There is something sinister about it. Listen, I know I am in no place to make requests right now, but I'd like to ask you for something all the same. When we encounter Jalal, allow me a moment to confront him. I may be able to make him stand down and allow us to recover the rest of the relics without further bloodshed. And in the end, despite the fact that I want nothing more to do with him, I do feel that I at least owe him the chance to face justice, rather than facing the blade. Thank you. Your trust is not misplaced. I will make it quick. He will stand down or be put down.
What do you need? Strike away. About time. Let's go. Right away.
What's going on?
Make it quick, I don't like this waiting game. You ready to get going? About time. Let's go.
Over here. Was excellent.
What was that?
You'll have to do better than that.
I'm gonna put you down.
You won't get away so easily. You won't get away so easily.
You'll have to do it.
You won't get
Is someone there?
Did you hear that?
Is that all?
You won't get away so easily. Take it.
That's all you got!
You're right. Pardon me.
The grandfather works through me, and his work has just begun. I live again.
Abram, so we meet again. It has been too long.
I would never have expected to have seen you here, Jalal. Usually you send your lackey to do your duty.
One day, you will
With a
serve
score
our
this grand to be had, I had to come
as
personally to
I
oversee it.
do now.
If you want something done right, after all, you do it yourself, no? Then I come to find out that you were involved, and I had a chance to bring you back into the fold. Well, I just had to come.
I will never again be a part of your paltry group of robbers. I left that life behind in
grandfather
Hammerfell. I have a new
works
life
through
here,
me.
and I want you out of it.
His work has
Oh, but
just
Avram, you
begun.
can never turn your back on blood. We have been through so much together, and we are brothers after all.
Our father would be ashamed to see what we have become, Jalal. I am trying every day to make up for what I did. What we did,
There is murder in
and
the
that
air.
life in Hammerfell no longer has
can
any meaning
taste
for me,
it.
but vast regret.
Well, my brother. That is sad. If we are...
Be careful!
And I cannot convince you to rejoin me, then I have no other choice but to end you. Farewell, my dear brother.
Someone did.
I'm gonna put you down!
Mercy! You won't get away so easily.
Mercy!
Eternal slumber awaits.
You'll have to do it.
Does someone live?
You won't get away so easily. You'll have to do it. That was exhilarating.
You like my chitin armor? It was specially crafted for me by Grindis Rolova. It's in Morrow.
Fantastic. I'm sorry Jalal caused you such headaches. Yes. We grew up in Hammerfell together, and when our father died when we were young, we had to do what we needed to get by. And so we turned to petty robbery and cons. It wasn't until we began to kill in the course of our actions that I even began to question it. Jalal was always very persuasive in getting me to believe what we were doing was always justified. I suppose that younger brothers are always prone to look up to their elder brothers. If you don't mind, I'm going to stay behind and take some time to bury my brother. Then I'll return to the museum and face my punishment. Thank you, my friend. You are ever so virtuous. I'll see you back at the museum in a few days.
Oh, dear. Are you serious? You managed to recover all of them?
Don't get
Every
too far
single
ahead.
stolen relic? Oh my, that is fantastic news! I'll get right to work restoring the museum to its proper glory. It will take me a few days, but I'll get things back to normal.
Be careful out there. Yes?
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on.
my friend.
I have finished tending to my brother's burial. I thank you for allowing me that. I am ready to discuss my punishment. Of course, I may have been blind in this situation, but I do have a code of honor. I am ready to face whatever punishment you deem necessary.
My friend, might I have a word with you first? Farewell. My friend, might I have a word with you first? What would be your intended punishment for Avram's oversight? I think that is most sensible. Avram feels horrible about the whole ordeal, and even though his brother is a thief, he did lose him in the process as well.
Oh, you are forgiving my part in all this? Oh, thank you so much. I swear I will be redoubling my efforts to securing the museum. Thank you again for your understanding. I found something amongst Jalal's personal effects, tucked away in Engelman's Rest, which I would like you to have.
You were so wealthy.
It was a sword of our father, Hagram. With Jalal dead, it passes to me, and I would like you to have it. It is the least I can do for you in repayment for your forgiveness. A true repayment will be to ensure it never happens again.
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on! Solitude, home to the East Empire Company. The heartless bastards.
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure.
Lead on! You like my kite and